Good morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 27th of September. Now, if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Hit those like buttons, guys, and of course comment down below. We chat to each other here on my channel. Now, first off, I know a lot of you guys have probably already seen my video about Dictator Dan resigning down here in Victoria, Melbourne, the most locked down city in the world other than China. Well, now they're talking about, he resigns actually this afternoon at 5:30, I think it is, which is great news for anyone living in Victoria. I told you guys to go and check out that documentary on YouTube called Battleground Melbourne. Very, very eye-opening. Watch it to the end. It's just a great freedom fighting video documentary about the battles that people have gone through around the world. It's worth viewing. Thoroughly recommend it. Well, there's a few people coming forward now for that position. He has got a second, I think it's his second in charge, is called Jacinta Allen. I think she's got a hand up for it. There might be another gentleman as well. But underneath on the news today, which did scare me just a little, they said that Jacinda Ardern from New Zealand might throw her hat in the ring for that position. So let's hope that nothing comes of that, but I did think it was kind of odd. They didn't talk about it on the news, but they had it, you know how they have the writing going across at the bottom? That Jacinda Ardern might put her hat in the ring for that position. So very scary. We don't want Jabcinda over here in Oz. We sort of want her behind us all, don't we? So it'll be interesting to see what comes of all this. I don't know why her name was like put underneath the article that was on the news. So a little bit scary, guys. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. We know most of them are dictators anyway, but he had to go. He'd been in for 9 years, Dictator Dan. It was absolutely crazy. He was crazy. He was just like Trudeau, another Trudeau. Only worse. People were in lockdowns for 2 years, guys. 2 years. You think of that. You think about being locked in your home for 2 years. With children. They couldn't even go to the park or anything. They couldn't run their businesses. People couldn't work. Then the mandates came in. So then they really couldn't work. They lost all their jobs, even the necessary kind of workers like hospitals, fireys, all this stuff. Oh, it was completely mad. Oh, it makes me tired even thinking about like being in your home for 2 years. You can't even relate, can you? Anyway. Oh, yes, and now the latest here, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just getting through a little bit of admin before we start the reading. If you're new here, I do sometimes do a little bit of admin just to keep you guys up to date with Australia. As I know, I have got some new subscribers, and we do use a lot of code names as well here, guys, but you'll figure that out pretty quickly. We're getting warned about the terrible virus again that's hitting our shores here in Australia. Yes, the immortal CV virus. I don't know what it's called. It's a mystery. Yes, a mystery virus. No doubt it's, you know, a variant of Omicron or something such like that. So that's the latest. And I went, as I was driving along the street before, I drove past the doctors and there was a few people wearing their masks in, I noticed. So a few people are a bit scared and are wearing their masks again. It just doesn't end. And the other thing is, I've been telling you guys about this big Qantas inquiry where they're interviewing like Alan Joyce, the ex-CEO, and some of the members of the board. This Qantas thing is tiring because it's gone on and on and on. And apparently Alan Joyce didn't turn up the other day to the inquiry. He's taken off overseas. So no surprises to us, is there, that he's avoiding being questioned. So that's kind of the latest with Qantas. It's still a bit of a shit fight going on there because it's that corrupt, and it's really the little people who are losing out and being ripped off again. And this would be a global issue around the airlines. Hey, guys, remember I was getting you to manifest that Japanese lamp the other day? What did we get? The Japanese lamp, the pink balloon, and the red sports car. That was the lamp I meant to show you the other day. I've got these hanging in my Japanese garden. See, there's one behind me. They're just little lights that you switch on. I don't think the batteries are on at the moment. Oh, yeah, it is. There you go. The batteries are still running. I just put these on at night when we're sitting outside. But it's something to that style. So a real one, not a paper one, is what I wanted to show you. A Japanese style, you know, lantern. We do manifest things a lot on this channel, guys, because when you're manifesting, it shows you that you're in alignment, that you're allowing things into your experience and you're not resisting things. So we do it more as just a matter of testing ourselves to see where our bodies are. I hope you're all going okay with your ailments. A lot of us here on this channel are going through a lot of changes in our body physically. We're getting a lot of aches and pains, bad backs, knees, necks, all the above. I know that's a struggle for a lot of us here, so keep getting the help that you need, guys, to keep yourself supple. I talk about massage. I've been doing a bit of hypnosis with Paul McKenna on YouTube. That's really helpful. Helps you have a real good quality little nap of about 20 minutes. Just anything like that can help you. I'm doing a bit of Qigong. You guys are doing all different things too. Do whatever works for you, basically, to help to heal yourself and help keep moving us forward, because we've got to keep moving. Oh, there's Sophie. I've got to keep reminding us that it's so important to just keep moving our bodies. They're about to go for a walk soon with my doggy whisperer, Sandy, which most of you know is Liliana Riven, who wrote the book Finding Stillness, which is available on Amazon now if anyone's interested in that. How to find stillness in the car, stillness and calm in all rather the chaos and crazy stuff that's going on around us. Okay, how about we get started and we'll see what comes up. And here comes Sprocket. Good boy, Sprock. Oh, I'm getting people can't believe what they're seeing. They can't believe what they're seeing. They can't believe what they're hearing. They can't believe what they're noticing. See, people are knowing. This is the people waking up. It's not you guys if you're watching my channel, because you're already pretty aware of what is currently going on around you. But the people waking up, they can't believe it. It's the big bug eyes. They're showing me the big super bug eyes. It's like a horror movie. It's a horror story. It's like, it's been like one of those mystery movies, like a sort of Agatha Christie kind of thing. But now it's all being solved. It's like we're getting sort of through the movie. It's almost like a movie. And we're getting through the movie, and now the truth's all unraveling. Everything's unraveling. It's like a great mystery, like a murder mystery, where someone gets murdered and it takes all this work to try and find out who committed the murder. It's like saying that show Murder, She Wrote. Was that Angela Lansbury? Where each show was like a little mystery, and then you get to the end and you try and figure it all out. Well, that's what I'm getting. This journey we're all going through, and the people waking up who have kicked off their bubble denial suits, who are now having to look and can't deny the truth anymore, it's horrifying to them. They're starting to unravel it all. It's all coming out now. The truth is starting to be fed to them. The guides keep saying to us they're starting to feed them the information. There's things starting to pop up on their feeds. They know now. See, it's not hidden. There's the misinformation and disinformation, and there's so much, as we know here, me getting the strike, you guys getting your comments taken away. We know YouTube's really censoring. The censorship's gone through the roof. But now they're starting to get things fed to them. Probably not so much, I would say, about the jab wheel. We know that's the biggest censorship point, is anything said against the pickies. But everything else, a lot of these people are waking up to it. So things that were once mysterious to these people are now not as mysterious. For example, we'll use sushi in the UK, which is Rishi Sunak if you're new. Rolling out his 15-minute cities, doing the ULEZ, tracking and tracing with your cars, and suddenly all these Blade Runners took down the cameras and everything. So people have thought, well, why have we got cameras? What are the... See, people at first, and this is what I keep saying to you, they're not aware of everything that's all interconnected. So they're thinking they're probably speed cameras. They just pay toll zones, you pay tickets or whatever they are that beep and all that sort of thing. But now they're realising, oh, maybe it's not, because why would people be ripping them down? Is this about something else? Question marks. See, people are hearing because people talk, people hear, people living in those suburbs share their stories with their relatives and friends who live further afield. So this is happening, guys. It's happening. The mysteries are starting to unravel, and they're starting to see, hang on a minute, what the hell? What's going to be the outcome here? So it's like that. It's like a murder mystery. Hopefully no murders, but it is like a big mystery show where people are having to put the facts together to unravel the real outcome, like the truth, really. That's what I'm getting. Something just came into my mind I wanted to share with you. Hang on a second, I'll see if it comes back. Oh, God, I'm getting that yes-no vote here. I told you guys it's creating a bit of anxiety in me. I'm sure it's creating a bit of anxiety in most Australians. We're going to the polls on the 14th of October, guys, to vote a voice to Parliament for the Indigenous people here, which, as we all know here, is going to cause separation in society in Australia. We know it will, but I feel like the Aboriginal and Indigenous people that are really for the yes vote, they're hanging on every single word of Elbow, which is Anthony Albanese, if you are new. They're hanging on every word of Elbow. They're just relying on him to get this through Parliament. And the sad thing is, guys, we know it's not about the Indigenous people. We know they're not going to be the winners in all of this. They're actually going to be the ones that are going to lose out long term as the big elite companies come in and really take the land. We know how it's going to work out, but they're hanging on to every word of Elbow, just praying and hoping that he can get this through for them. They want to be acknowledged as the traditional owners of the land, and they want to control the land. This is not all Aborigines and Indigenous, definitely not all, because a lot are dead against it. But I do feel like they're hanging on every word he says. And they're doing everything that they can to voice their opinions and get this through Parliament. Oh, no. So that's really growing. I feel like the yes vote is really growing, particularly amongst the Indigenous community. And sadly, a lot of the other people who have to vote as well are none the wiser because they don't see the big picture. They just don't know. And they don't have the courage. So you got to remember too, guys, some people just don't have the balls to stand up against these things. They don't have that courage inside of them because they don't want to be a racist. It was like the jabbed and unjabbed division that happened then. If you're not going to go and get the picky, then, you're not protecting the rest of your country and your fellow man, and you're causing, a granny killer, and you're spreading it, and you're the one that's the weakest link in the chain. That's what I got told by people, and you're letting the team down, blah, blah, blah. We know how it goes. So this is what's happening now. If you're a no voter, you're going to be just classed as racist. So, a lot of people here actually aren't telling people what they're voting because they don't want to be, classed as a racist, which, how's that make you a racist? I don't get, because we all live as one society here at the moment. We've got Muslims, we've got Scottish people, we've got English people, we've got Kiwis, we've got Fijians, we've got everybody, and everyone embraces each other. But now our lovely government is just going to try and separate and divide everybody again. Go figure. How's that a positive thing? Anyway, so I am feeling that they're really waiting, or they're really hanging on every word that Elbow says. It's just not good, is it? Oh, what's going to happen, guys? There's too much going on. All right, let's see where else we go. Getting London, getting protests, fight back, stand-ups. I still feel, I know you're getting some protests in London. It's really good. A lot of it's around pay. Oh, my God, because people are tired and sick of this, of being taken down. Interest rates going up, fuel going up, food going up, everything going up, rates, water rates, everything. House prices are just through the roof, unaffordable for the average person. This is what I'm getting in London, England, UK. This would be in that whole region. People are standing up. They're protesting. They don't like what Sushi's doing to them. People are aware of what Sushi's doing. And like I said, he's covering it up with his little magic tricks at the moment, but people have still seen a lot of what's going on with these 15-minute cities, lecky car dates. It's just what I'm getting. People standing up and fighting back because they see it's the extreme wealth. People are seeing it, especially in England and London. With Chucky, we saw him and Macron at their wonderful dinner with all the opulence and, spared no expense. But people are seeing that. It's not just us. People are seeing the extreme wealth and the extreme takedown of people. So, like I said, the middle class being pushed down again into that lower level of living. And what are these elites and global elites sacrificing? Absolutely nothing. And that's what people are seeing, guys. They're sacrificing nothing. Still flying around on their jet planes, still driving around in their big heavy-duty cars and using up all their emitting all their emissions, or their sprocket. Hey, Sprock. People are seeing it, not just us. So sit back and watch from afar, guys. Other people are seeing this nonsense now and the injustice of it all. All right, let's keep going. Sprocky, he's got his bone. Now he's got to get his bone. Come here. I'm getting the Hawaiian Islands again in a minute. Yeah, we knew it was going to happen in Maui. They feel like they're being taken over now. They feel like their voices are being stopped. It's like their hands come up and said, just stop talking. Gaffer tape over their mouths, the people of Maui and Hawaii. Don't you speak out against your government. We're doing all this for you. They're making out they're doing a big giant rebuild for the little people on Maui. But we know it isn't. It's just to shut them up. Their bulldozers might be heading in now. There's excavation. I do feel like there's the clearing of the lands, and we know what they're preparing for. The elite towers to go up, creating their little bit of paradise. I am getting that. And they're really silencing and squashing the little people. Don't be surprised if, like, on our feeds and that, there's not much about this Maui and Hawaii anymore, because I really feel like particularly YT will really control that narrative. They don't want the information getting out now because they don't want other people to see it. They don't want the people of Maui having their little whinge and carrying on. I do feel like the people of Maui, they're absolutely wrecked. The people of Maui have had enough of this. And the thing is, they're going to start to use the rules and regulations, of course, of dissent against your government. If you speak out, that's dissent against your government. And meanwhile, they'll pretend they're still helping the people, like we're the ones coming and bulldozing all this stuff. You should be grateful that we're trying to help you and rebuild your paradise, even though we know they're not rebuilding their paradise and they're going to leave them stuck in these bloody shanty towns or motels or whatever they're staying in on the other islands. Is it Waikiki and things like that I keep getting? This is what's happening. They're silencing. People can't voice what they're feeling. God, it's the most frustrating thing, isn't it? It's going to be so controlled. But see, because people are none the wiser. See, the governments think that they can just come in and bulldoze everything, and then people will just start to forget about it and it'll just fade into the distance, and people will just succumb to the situation, I guess. Not being aware that government's actually implementing their little plan now. It's all happening before their very eyes. But what are the people to do? Like I said, a lot wouldn't have insurance. A lot don't have that strength to fight government, because when you've lost everything, you've got to remember that you've probably lost part of yourself. So you don't have that braveheart warrior strength to just go and fight these battles on Parliament House stairs or whatever. So these people have sort of been torn down, so they purposely don't, well, probably by government, we would guess, and now they don't have that strength to keep fighting. They just don't want to fight anymore, so they're just kind of giving in. Their battle is about staying alive now and having food and thanking the people that took them into their houses or looked after them. That's where their focus is. I honestly think that a lot of people in Maui and these areas, I don't think they see a way back. I think they know it's a done deal, because so much that we don't know about led up to that point. I feel like those land grabs and the things, the entitlements and all this kind of stuff, it was a process leading up to this point where Maui got wiped out, and a lot of the Maui people are fully aware of it. So it feels now like they don't have a leg to stand on. I mean, how do you fight something like that when you've been taken down to nothing? It's got to be tough. So that's what I'm getting. A lot of them are just, sadly, giving up because they don't have the strength to fight it. Can understand that. Emotionally, you'd be so downtrodden, wouldn't you, after such an event? Losing your home, your pets, all the things that are important around you, and then being totally displaced from your home. It's like, you imagine that, like you guys know here, and we always talk about how our home is our safe place, it's our sanctuary, it's like the bear cave where we go and disappear and escape from the world and other people's energy. Well, they don't have that now. That's all been taken from their lives. So they're feeling very vulnerable, frightened, scared, exposed to the world. And they also feel a little gullible, like they were taken advantage of, which we know that they were. It's no fault of their own, though, but that's the way that people feel. See, it's that feeling of, it's a weird feeling. I'm getting like shame and guilt too. I think the people in Maui wish they'd stood up earlier and fought back way earlier before it got to this level and point, because I feel now they know what's going on. It's too late. It's like, feels too late to them. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, it's so sad what they're doing to people. It makes me sick in the stomach. Oh, those poor people in Maui. They're very frightened, and they're very frightened to speak out, because no one wants to get thrown in prison, do they? Having dissent against your government or whatever. I'm not sure what their rules and restrictions are on free speech, but I'm guessing it's like everywhere else. Pretty ordinary. If you're anything against the narrative, look out. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I did see the clapping in Canada with Trudeau. Was it the Nazi speech or something, and the clapping? What the hell? That guy is psychotic, that Trudeau. He is. Because it just reminded me, because I'm getting Germany. Germany's up on its feet. There's a lot going on in Germany. There is. The government's going to be held accountable. Oh, God, I hope so. I hope they really come together en masse. I feel like the government's going to be held accountable. People are going to be asking them the hard questions now in Germany. I feel like there's going to be like these like Q&A shows or these forums where people are going to ask them, well, why are you doing that? Why have you got these deadlines set? What's going on here? You know, is there something more at hand? I feel like there's going to be like some sort of Q&A around your prime ministers or something like that, or the governing boards, to justify some of the things that they're rolling out. It'd be interesting to see the answers. Can you imagine the BS they'd feed everybody? Nothing new there. So I'm getting that for Germany. There's going to be a lot of questions starting to be asked, which is good, because that's hurdles in front of government. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting Hollywood. Don't often get Hollywood. Maybe since that celebrity reading I did the other day, guys. I'll leave that over here if you haven't seen it, for 2024 celebrity predictions. I am getting Hollywood's going to get cracked down on a lot more. I feel like Hollywood's been a bit of a farce. I think we could all agree with that. It's a very fake world over there. I do feel like people are going to really crack down in Hollywood. Hang on a minute. It's almost, Sophie, it's like people in Hollywood are living a false life. And I do feel like, Hollywood's in for some really big changes soon. Sophie, come. Good girl. She's naughty. Come here. Or no walk. Come here. Oh, she pushes the boundaries, Sophie. I do feel like they're in for some big changes. Hang on. I'm getting like, is it called the... Sophie, come here now, please. Oh, she's so naughty. She knows she's going for a walk. Right, sit here or there'll be no walking with Sandy. Sit. Good girl. I feel like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, like that was once a very big prestigious thing. Is that where they put all the stars' names on the ground? Is that what it's called? I'm sure that's what it's called. That was very prestigious, but I feel like Hollywood shifted so much. It's kind of sadly got away from all that original like movie vibe And I feel like Hollywood wants to get back to that. I feel like, see, if you think of Hollywood at the moment, it's all about the writers' strikes, we want more pay, we've got the Rachel Zegler I talked about yesterday, that Snow White thing, everything's woke. Every time you go and watch a show, you're thinking, God, is this going to be woke, or the next movie going to be woke? Like, I'll tell you guys about the Creator movie, which is about AI taking over the world. So I feel like Hollywood's going to have an overhaul and get itself back to the Hollywood of old. I feel like it's Hollywood's been what would you say? It's kind of shown me like suppressed by drugs, alcohol, victimhood statements, and no offense, it's like that Me Too movement. There's too much of that. Even though some are definitely legit. I know that Weinstein, God, that was definitely legit. We don't know about RBs, but I do feel there's this overhaul. They're going to have to get back to the magic of Hollywood somehow. I feel like people are working on this, because all this writers' strikes and all this protesting, it's doing a lot of damage to the industry, because people aren't taking it seriously. People are thinking, well, hang on a minute, you get paid. Well, maybe the writers don't get paid, but the actors get paid zillions and millions of dollars. And a lot of those actors, for example, Rachel Zegler, was marching in that sort of thing and having their opinion and wanting more. It's like the greed has, well, I know the greed's always been there in Hollywood, but it's like the greed has taken over Hollywood, and it's lackluster. It's taken the shine off it. It's showing me that Walk of Fame and the stars on the ground, and they've been so walked on and stomped on that they're not shiny anymore. That's kind of what I'm getting. There's no shine and sparkle in Hollywood anymore, and I feel like they want to try and bring that back. That I feel like in order to save the movie industry and well, I guess the writers and all that moving forward, they feel like they've got to change everything. Everything has to be changed. I guess you could call it a reset of Hollywood. I feel like there's a lot of change that's going to start to happen in Hollywood. Maybe a lot of building knockdowns, trying to get more sparkle, more zest back into. It's tired and it's dated. Maybe not the homes. I'm sure they're still beautiful, but I'm getting like the main street is a bit outdated. It's like a bit of a time warp. I'm getting that song, doing the time warp. Time is fleeting, madness takes its toll. I'm getting that song. Time warp from Rocky Horror Picture Show. And that's what makes me feel that Hollywood's going to be getting quite a big facelift soon, because they want to change its image. It's been dragged down pretty much to the sewers, is what I'm getting told. And now, when you think about it, once upon a time, Hollywood was like, wow, it was always in movies, it was always on the map. And now it's become a bit of a, to be honest, a bit of a joke, isn't it? You see it in comedy movies. They show the Hollywood sign and it's all like half bedraggled and the O's like if or something like that. So I do feel like they're really working on facelifting Hollywood and trying to get its image back. The image of the old kind of Marilyn Monroe days. I'm just getting that sort of the Elvis movies. I feel they want to get back to some grassroots, real stuff in Hollywood. I'm just getting that. So we might see a little bit of change in Hollywood. I really believe that. I'm just seeing that real facelift. It's a facelift, bit of Botox, a bit of a facelift. We know there's a few facelifts in Hollywood, but I mean around the movie industry and the stardom and the bringing the zing back and the bling back and the shine, bringing back the shine of Hollywood is what I'm getting. All right, let's see where else we go. Oh, I'm getting SpaceX. Is that Elon Musk? That's his, isn't it? I know he's got X now, not Twitter. SpaceX is really on the move. I feel like his little visits to the stratosphere where he does his flights, he's going to quite sort of take that over. I know we've got Virgin doing it, but I feel like SpaceX is really on point with all that. He really wants to be the one that leads the charge on all of that. So I feel like SpaceX is really taking off now. And his flights might not be as expensive. Like, they might be a more reasonable price, so that a more average person can experience it rather than just global elites. Even though we know he's a global elite, I do feel like because he's doing more runs with his SpaceX, I feel like he can keep the prices down because he's doing it more regularly. I wonder how many gas emissions and that will be coming from these, or are they, safe for the environment? You got to ask all these questions, haven't you? So I do feel like SpaceX is going to really put itself on the map now. Let me see if there's anything else to close with, and we'll pull a few cards, guys. I said the other day we're shining really bright, and I know a lot of you guys agree with me that we're like this white light that people can't see behind. I explained that the other day, that sometimes we're like invisible. It's like our light shines too bright that people can't really see us. Like someone coming with high beam, you can't see what the car is behind it. All you see is the light, and then it's in your eyes for like 5 minutes after sometimes. That's what we're like. We're a bit too bright for people. And I know a lot of you wrote back to me, and I do appreciate that. I think Chris, Louise, there was Sue, there was quite a few of you. We are kind of invisible, and that's the journey we've had most of our life. This has been being us, empaths, sensitives, intuitives, etc. Sometimes it's a lonely journey. So I want you to know out there, you're not alone. A lot of us have experienced this, where friends come and go, they come into your life, then they burn you, or they just don't get you, or you drift away, and people come and go, and then you sort of realize, God, you sort of like your own company because you don't have all that hassle of dealing with other people. So I think that's a common thing that we all need to be aware of, that in order to stay in your own light, sometimes you do have to do things, in a simplified way, and sometimes that unfortunately means on your own. And I'm not saying don't have friends and all that, because, a lot of us do have friends, but it's funny how a lot of us, when the pickies came out, and we got wiped by a lot of our friends and even family as well. So it just shows that we vibrate away from these things. And we probably do it subconsciously ourselves. We vibrate ourselves away because we don't want to be around that kind of energy. So I think it's something that we also control too, because we probably like being, anonymous. We probably like hiding away, like the hibernating bear in the cave, because then we don't have the hassles to deal with all of this other chaos and other people's energy and other people's junk and stuff and garbage. We don't have to take it on board. So I guess in a way, it's just a way of us remaining, or us protecting ourselves and remaining safe as we navigate the clown show moving forward as well. But I think a lot of us have had an interesting journey. It's great that you guys all share it with each other too. I do appreciate that, because it makes us not feel so isolated and alone. We sort of understand each other and what we've all gone through. And that's just who we are. We're just a very bright light that shines extremely bright. And that's just how it is, It's very interesting, isn't it? And yet, the brightness, we're still a bit invisible. It's always bewildered me, that, because I've always been invisible to people. Even on Facebook, like, a friend of mine might post something about what she cooked for dinner, and she'll get like 80 likes, and I'll post something and I get like 6 likes. Like, it's just always been that way. So I hardly ever do Facebook or anything now. I only do my channel. I've got 2 Facebooks. So I enjoy doing the one that you guys catch up on Chrissy Fitzgerald, Psychic Life Coach. That's fun, because I can put all my little songs and all our little clown planet things and things for a laugh on there. So I do spend a lot more time on that one than my private one. How about we pull some healing angel cards, guys? It's a funny old world we're living in at the moment. It really is. We get harmony all the time. Harmony. Get him playing the violin, music, finding peace in your little world. That's what harmony is. It's finding peace. Finding peace. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're living in the city, living in the country, out in your backyard. Gosh, at a noisy football game. Just find that peace and harmony within. Oh, answered prayer. I reckon most of us, our answered prayer would be definitely that Dictator Dan's left, but I would say that's about the awakening. just that people will wake up at their own pace, that they are waking up. And they are, guys. They're waking up. It is being answered. It's just very slow as a snail, like we all talk about. Oh, guardian angel. See, we're being guided. That's like us sitting on the step there, just doing our own thing, and around us we've got this guiding energy. That's our spirit guides. They're the little voices that you hear in your head. They're the gut feelings and intuition that you get. Listen to it, guys. It's very important in moving you forward. Let's pull a healing angel card for an outcome today. And Sprocket's still eating an old bone. Such a show-off, isn't he? Oh, do it now. Don't put it off any longer. Have courage. Listen to your intuition, for it is the guiding voice of your soul. And I think that is a good message for today, because we do really, on this channel, we do listen to our intuition, because it's our intuition, like I just said, that guides us forward and helps us clear and find our path. Let me see if there's anything else to close with today. I'm getting that song. Hey, soul, is it by Train? Who sings this? Hey, soul sisters, gotta be a mister on the radio. Meaning we're all like soul sisters, soul brothers. I'm getting that song today. That's cute, isn't it? See, we connect here on this channel through soul energy, really, don't we? Because, like, you know, I talk to you guys. Like, I've got Hello, I've got Amber, I've got Taffy, I've got Sue. God, everybody. Louise, Pam, Chris, Martin, John. Oh, there's so many of you. I can't even remember all your names. You know all who you are. And because I always make sure I write back to you, because you are important to me. Nicole, Linda, everybody. Karen, there's everybody. You know, I love hearing from you. But it's funny because I don't even know who you are, but I read your energy. Like I feel your, like Jen, for example, I feel your genuineness and your strength. Like I feel different things from all of you, and yet I don't even know what you look like. Like I can't even paint a picture of you in my head, but I can feel you at a soul level, that you've got good sincerity, or that you've got strength in these areas, or that you're very aware, or I pick up different things from you. But see, that's our intuition, as you guys probably pick things up from me doing these videos. Like sometimes I think, God, I talk so fast. Who would want to listen to me? I often say that to my hubby. Why do people watch my videos? I go, is it the weird Aussie accent, or the way that I talk so fast, or is it for the dogs? Like, I'm sure there's many different reasons. But this is what I mean. We intuitively kind of read each other, and we've all been guided here together for some reason. See, I see my channel as a community channel. I don't see my channel as just me here and, you know, everyone look at me and here's the video. I don't see it that way, because I need you guys as much in my life as hopefully I'm helping you guys, and you guys are really helping me, because it's my videos that keep me going as well. You know, I certainly don't do it for the money. Like, I have to pay to have YouTube. It costs me like $20 a month or $24 a month to have Squarespace, just to have my website up, which connects to YouTube, which is like, it probably costs me money to have this channel, to be quite honest. By the time I take the $2 a video off, it's completely mad. So the only people making money out of it is YouTube through the ads. Sophie. Oh, she's so naughty. All right, let me see if there's anything else to close with today, because I think I'm going to have to walk Sophie very soon. Come here. You know what it's like? They've got to have the final say at the end of the video. You know what they're like? Sophie and Spot. Come here now. Shh. They make it very hard to go. Ah! She's even got her barking collar on it that like vibrates like a mobile phone, and she still yaps. I'll hold her shirt. See, I'm getting a song from the king. From the king, meaning Elvis. I'm just trying to get to what it is. Oh, they're giving me that song, Heartbreak Hotel. I walk along a lonely street at Heartbreak Hotel. A baby so lonely, baby so lonely. So lonely, I could die. I think most of us have had moments where we felt a bit lonely and that we felt like we could die, but we're not there anymore. See, this is the blessing, isn't it, guys? So I am getting that song by The King. Not in a negative way. It's actually saying to me that we're okay in our loneliness. We're okay in our isolation. You know, when we all went through lockdowns, we were okay with it. It was like, oh, great, we can get some jobs done around the house. Like, that's just how we are. Like I said, we like our own company. Let me see if there's anything else. Hang on, I tick. Oh, I'm getting that song. We've had this before. You've got to fight for your right to party. So what they're saying is, I don't know who sings the song, guys. I love that song. You got to play it at full bore. That's what the guides are saying. Play that song today because it's about vibration, frequency. But you've got to fight for your right to party, and that makes sense. You've got to fight. You got to fight for your freedom. You got to fight for your right to live your own life and do the things that you want, and to party. You know, be free. You think of a party when you go to a party. Usually there's music playing. It's fun. There's lollies. There's candy. There's everybody's socialising, feeling free-spirited. That's what a party is. It's usually a fun thing, kids' parties, there's piñatas, lollies, it's all sort of positive, depending on the party, obviously. But that's the song I'm going to leave you with today. You got to fight for your rights to party. Oh, that's such a classic song. Don't know who sings it. Who sings that? Oh, I don't know, guys. It's such a great song, though. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that today. I'm going to say goodbye from doggos. I'm going to go and get them kitted up, ready for their walkies. My daughter's going to have to walk them today because my knee's so sore and stiff I can't walk today. Only from here sort of to the kitchen. Not many jobs getting done today, guys. And I'll keep you up to date with what's happening with Dictator Dan's replacement. Ew. It sounds a bit scary, doesn't it? All right, I'll say goodbye from Australia. Don't forget, like button, subscribe if you'd like to, and please comment down below. We chat to each other here on my channel. We have built a little community of like-minded people, and you are most welcome if you are new. So thank you very much, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Bye.